We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. A fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Pick. Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley, up to the 20. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Half 18, half 18. Elsa, 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 Elsa.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Giants at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. You talk about this Washington defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you'd consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, it's Howell. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
First down, Howell to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Here's Howell. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. Howell looking to throw again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Throwing here, Howell. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. You talk about this Washington defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Powers through. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a first and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Robinson with another carry. He juked him and shutting him off. Now open field. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 19 Lion. Track at 60.
Powell. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Let's go.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Howe will throw it. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
3rd and 1. Howe's going to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 33 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Hyatt there to grab it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness.
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically thinking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
But no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out looking. There he goes, right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. A short one there, caught by Likely. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Howell. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. To the football, it's blocked. It's picked up, the live ball here, remember. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing to start the drive. Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Detroit Johnson.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Stays on his feet. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Ready.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Howell out of the shotgun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great kick. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now throwing on 1st down here. The short one there, caught by Likely. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Howell. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Howell down to throw it. And that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Jones now on 1st down. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. With a fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Jones off the play fake. That ball caught by Slayton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now Jones throwing on first down to Barkley on the check down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out. And
he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Okay, here we go.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3.
Up we go.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
It looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Up we go.
Jones off the bootleg. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Up we go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 25.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 7.
Ladybug.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7.
Detroit. Up we go.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Jones now on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Half 18.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Up we go.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Wide shift to Cruz. Up we go.
They'll look to throw again. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. Picked off by Quan Martin. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 35.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And here, down 2 scores, you've still got some time, but you've got to start thinking about preserving the clock when you can. And that's a nice job to secure the football, pick up the first down, and get out of bounds.
Saquon Barkley running right. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw is Jones. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.